Hey guys, Becca here
And Allie.
from Hillbilly Acre Homestead.
We have a new variety of New Zealands we need to show you.
Don't go away, we'll be right back. Hey guys, we're back with our new broken black New Zealand we picked up at the Arkansas Rabbit Show, Arkansas State Fair at the Rabbit Show. I think it was a month or so ago, on October 15th. This is Cassie. Her name is Cassiopeia. We just call her Cassie for short. I decided to go with constellations and astrological signs, and Cassiopeia was one of the constellations. That's what we picked first. She's a senior doe. We picked up a trio. We have two does and a buck that came with her. And I recently bred both of the does with the buck that I picked up.
And we're gonna be showing you the buck as well today. And they're gonna be due what, in a couple of weeks?
Yeah.
Or whoops. They're gonna be due in 2 or 3 weeks, something like that.
We actually have to palpate her. What, Sunday? I think it's Sunday.
I think these guys were Wednesday.
Or Wednesday. Her parents were originally bred at Grace Hall Rabbitry.
She was too.
Her parents are Ink and Avoca. We didn't really get them from the Rabbit Show. We did a trade. There was a gentleman that wanted some of our reds, so it just worked out for everybody. I'm pretty happy with them.
Yep. Always exciting.
Both of those carry the dilute gene, and we have the potential of getting some blacks. The buck isn't a dilute carrier, so it'll take a couple of generations to get it.
So what we'd have to do is we would have to raise up some babies and breed them back and try to see if we can get some blues out of them then. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. And this is Grace Hollow's. This is Grace Hollow's, this is parent to this one is Wilby's Ink, right?
Yes.
And Grace Hollow's Avoca. And she is just so beautiful.
She's the half-sister to our little house bunny, and that's inside, Aurora, our three-legged bunny. We've seen her a few times. And she's big. I'm so excited to have these. I love the broken blacks. Ever since we got Aurora, I love the broken black. Unfortunately, when we got her, even though she looks really good, I think she would do great on the show table. She has, unfortunately, a missing toenail, but we weren't really interested in showing her specifically. It's just we got her for breeding, so we could possibly have.
So we hope to breed some babies out of them that we can put on the show table,
yeah.
Right? Well, she is just gorgeous.
She's great. She's so sweet. She's a good little
well,
bunny.
I don't know. I haven't seen them all, but I personally, I don't think Ink has ever thrown a bad baby. He may have, but I didn't see it.
I haven't seen it. She's really sweet. She's really great temperament. Yeah. It's just, she's great.
Right, yeah.
She's like Aurora. She's very calm.
Yeah, she's like her. Yeah, she's like Aurora.
Even though sometimes she has that grumpy face.
See, she's standing there petting, rubbing all over, and she don't even care. She's just sitting there loving life, loving the attention.
We're gonna put her back, and we're going to show the buck that we got. So stay tuned. Hey guys, this is Orion. This is the buck that we also got in the trio.
Orion, and I guess that too's a constellation,
yes.
Right?
Yep, like Orion's belt.
Yep. Okay.
He's a little bit more skittish than the other two, I think, but he's getting a little better. He's beautiful. I like him too.
He doesn't appreciate being handled quite as much. Could you pose him up a little bit more there, sis? He's just not.
He's a little bit littler.
Yeah, he's not. He's wanting to lay down there and stretch out. He's not wanting to.
He doesn't want to do it. He's like, no.
There we go.
There we go.
That's getting a little better. Yeah. Get him up there. Anyway, he doesn't.
Yeah, he doesn't like being handled, but he's good. He's a good bunny.
And hopefully before long he'll be a proven buck.
Oh yeah. This is the one that these, of course, obviously, this is the one that we bred with Pisces and Cassie.
Not sure. He could have hit intermediate by now.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm pretty sure he did.
His parents is Grand Champion Everlong, and
Everlong, for those that follow the Grace Hollow, the Grace Hollow channel, Everlong is actually a daughter of Ink and Bloomer, yeah. Which you'll remember PJ's told the story many times about how I think every rabbit that Ink and Bloomer ever produced, with the exception of maybe one, ended up becoming a grand champion. And so Orion here, his mama, we don't know that much about Mumford, Daddy, but Orion is his mama is a grand champion, and her name is Everlong. She is sister to Biggers, I think it is.
I think so. Biggers.
Don't quote me on that. Oh my goodness, we watch all the videos, but shoot, we do good to keep up with our own bunnies, don't we, sis? Right. Much less somebody else's, but yeah. We got their pedigrees in there, but we just don't always.
I'm still learning about these three.
Yeah, we just don't always bring them out before the video, but yeah, we pretty well. If you'll notice, he looks a lot like in his pattern and his markings. He resembles Cassiopeia, and that is, if it makes sense to you, Ink is her granddaddy. And Cassiopeia, Ink is her daddy. So, naturally, there's a family resemblance going on here.
He's trying to bite me.
He just wants a little nibble.
Yeah. He's getting better. I mean, he's just a little skittish.
Well, some people just have so many they don't have the time.
No, that too.
And I think what it is he was a young boy. I want to say somewhere in the neighborhood of 14, 15, 16 years old. And he with school, and I think he's got other animals that he raises and shows, and it's tough. Now we're not because we've got a lot of bunnies here, and we don't have time to handle them all like we'd like to. But he is definitely he's definitely gotten better. He's here. We could, he's got some growing up to do, a little more filling out that he may do. At a later time, we may decide to let him try his hand on a show table, and see what happens with him.
I think he did pretty good.
The does have already gone into breeding. They've become breeders already, and they've started breeding, so probably won't be showing them. And Cassie obviously we won't. She's got a missing toenail. Pisces could show if she was in condition, but we hope that she's got babies on the way.
Yeah.
Because it's right now we would much rather have a couple of nest boxes full of these little guys rather than have one on the show table.
Yeah.
Okay, we're not that impatient,
They're gonna be here for a while, so they're gonna get lots of lovin's and.
Okay, well.
All right, we're gonna put him up, and we're gonna show you the last one. We're gonna show you Pisces. Hey guys, this is Pisces. This is our final of the trio. Her parents is the Queen and I forgot.
Blue Boy.
Yeah, Blue Boy and
Hannah's
Queen.
Blue Boy. And Mama is Grace Hollow's the Queen.
I'm excited about this one.
Her mama too is a grand champion. I'm not sure about Blue Boy.
She is a blue carrier. I'm excited about this one.
Yeah, we gotta get us a blue. We gotta get us a blue buck.
Yep.
Or a blue carrying buck.
A blue carrying buck. You said her DeQueen was a grand champion as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a grand.
Yeah, she was actually. Allie's got a little story I think she's gonna tell here in just a second. But when we actually became acquainted with, in person that is, with Pisces' mama. Do you remember that, Allie?
Yeah.
Well, tell us about it.
Okay. I wasn't there for the last show, but I remember PJ saying that one of her bunnies was bleeding. So, you know.
Okay.
That,
So just elaborate a little bit on
yeah.
what Allie's trying to say is she was pregnant, and DeQueen was actually at the show that weekend, so she could get her registration completed because she had won her third leg, and she needed her registration completed so she could get her grand championship. Okay, and that was the only reason she wasn't showing that weekend, but she was at the show, and we were all worried because DeQueen was very, 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 very pregnant. And we were all worried that she was going to lose that beautiful litter of babies, and so we were very concerned. She did not, obviously. And later on, what was it? 5-6 months later, we ended up with this little gal, and come to find out, she was out of that very litter, and it was just you know. Talk about sometimes, you know, things were meant to be or whatever. She's digging her toenail in on this side.
I see it. I feel it too. She's pushing.
There you go. Look at that.
She's pushing.
Look at that. Yeah.
She has, I don't think, we haven't really worked with any of these on posing much. So she's trying to push it. She's trying to push on.
I think Pisces is probably the best looking of the bunch.
Right.
But they are all definitely a good starting point. We definitely, you know, if we had started off with animals this nice in the reds, I mean, how much time would that have saved us? I mean, we started off with some nice reds, but they won't hold a candle to these broken blacks. But
and Pisces is also bred to Orion, so we're hoping to get babies out of this lovely gal too.
Yeah, until we come up with another buck, everybody broken black will be bred sired by Orion for now at least. We're looking for a blue buck or a blue carrying buck, you know, a black or a broken black. But yeah, in the meantime, all of these, with both of the does being dilute carriers, they have the potential that they could throw that blue. I'm sorry. Let me back up here before I confuse somebody. These guys their babies can carry blue. Okay, it is genetically impossible as far as I know, because I don't believe Everlong or Mumford, either one, carried blue. Okay, or I'm sorry, Everlong or Mumford, which is Orion's parents. Okay, so that in mind, I don't believe it's genetically possible for either of these young ladies to have a blue baby. But any of them, since they are both dilute carriers, any of these babies could carry blue. So what we may do is we may pick out some of the nicest bucks and raise them up and see, and maybe then breed them back and see which ones might carry blue. That's the only way you're going to find out, unless it's actually got a blue parent. Then you really can't be certain that they carry blue or not. So since Orion and both of these does are broken blacks, we won't be able to tell for sure which babies, if any, carry blue. So that's just something that we're just going to have to take a shot in the dark, raise the best anyway, and when the time comes, we'll breed those back and see if we can get some blues. If we can't, well then we just try again. But in the meantime, I'm sure I know where some blues can be found. We just got to get there a little bit quicker than we did the last time, I guess. Speak up a little quicker. But anyway,
she's good. Pisces is really good temperament too. Like, she loves being pet, and
sometimes she likes to do these little hump things.
Yeah, she likes to run around in her cage and play.
Yeah, she's a frisky little bunny.
She's funny.
She literally drops like pop.
Now Pisces and Orion are both somewhere in the neighborhood of 6.5 months old, a lot of those would say that that is too young to be breeding. Okay, but okay, Pisces is almost 10 pounds already.
She's big.
So she is more than ready. You know, so yeah, it's not. We're not jumping the gun. We're not breeding her too early. She was very ready. She made it apparent.
Oh yeah.
And so we'll just have to see. Hopefully she'll produce and raise. You know, it's one thing to produce a nice litter, but another thing entirely to have a good mama that will raise those. So
she's a sweetheart. I'm excited about this. So thank you for watching. Glad that you guys has finally got to meet the new additions to the Rabbitry.
This video's been a long time in coming. It sure has. We've missed the opportunity to make this video on a number of occasions. We wanted to. I didn't want to really make the video without Becca here, and she's been working so much, and it's hard for us to get together with the camera. But we waited and we waited and we waited. Oh, and we waited.
And the time finally came.
Yeah.
Better late than never, I guess.
Yep, that's one way of looking at it for sure. And yeah, but yeah, we're glad to finally share those with you. So yeah, a new variety of New Zealand. Well, not really a new variety, a new color. Because we already had brokens in the reds, but you know, but these are. Yeah, definitely a new color because we've never had New Zealand blacks before. We've never had broken blacks, so, and now we have the potential we could have either or both. So,
thank you for watching and have a good day.
Like, subscribe, and hit the little bell.
Oh, by the way, folks, while I'm thinking about it, we kept this such a good secret that you didn't know about these guys, even if you did like the Facebook page.
Yeah, we didn't even post it on the Facebook page. So.
Yeah, we were determined to keep this a secret. I don't know. Don't ask me why. This is just, but this is a big deal for us, an exciting time. You know, starting on something new. So.